weight were you playing at last year, and where are you at right now going into this year?
Last year I was playing around 190, 195, and this year I'm just playing around the same thing.
What went into the number change for you?
I thought it would be a good opportunity, like a good year to transition into a number change, and Hype also gave me the opportunity to change my number.
Why 11?
I've always just thought it was a good receiver number, and it was one of the numbers he had offered me.
Coach Heupel talked about how you really attacked the offseason and working on getting better. What were some specific things that you worked on to try to improve your game?
Definitely everything, really, from strength to speed, and really like my explosiveness and like short spaces and like change of direction, things like that.
Did you have any goals or anything in terms of jugs or any of those personal records, anything like that?
No, sir, not really. I kind of just take it day by day and get everything in that I need to do in a day.
What's the energy in the wide receiver room?
It's good. It's very competitive in there. We built like a very healthy, competitive room, just because everybody's very talented. So it's been a lot of fun.
How has that elevated your game?
It's elevated a lot because you have to come in every day like on your P's and Q's. And Coach Pope helps a lot too with that.
Coach Pope was in here and he kind of talked about how after the spring he told you you're kind of a nice guy, you almost need to play meaner, a little bit more physical out in the field. How did you kind of change your mindset going into the summer?
I mean, kind of just take it day by day, focusing on like attacking the day with like you could say meaner mindset, but just more like focused every day on my approach.
Is that ever tough for you to kind of flip the switch once you get on the field?
Not really. I've always been able to do it since like I first started to play.
What was your biggest takeaway from the playing time you got last season? Obviously, with a couple injuries, you got starts, you got more targets, all those things as a redshirt freshman. What was your biggest thing that you came away from last season saying I needed to improve?
Really just like being prepared and like staying more locked in during practice and taking like every rep like super serious.
Chaz, on the number change. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Chaz, on the number change. I know you're aware of Jalen, but the rest of the history, number 11 of wide receivers. Joey Kent. I mean, are you kind of was that part of it? I guess both those guys have worn that.
No, sir, not really. I mean, gotta make a name for yourself in the number.
Chaz, what's the biggest difference for you, the way you feel right now compared to last fall?
Definitely my mental. I feel more confident in my game, so it just helps. I'm able to play faster and it's better.
I know versatility is a part of your game, inside, outside. How do you and Squirrel kind of help each other these days in practices to get better?
Really just push each other and compete. He's obviously a very talented player, so him just being locked in at practice, I just see him, so knowing what he's doing, like I got to do the same thing to stay on top of my game.
I know you want to play and you want to help the team wherever, but which one's more comfortable for you, outside or inside?
I mean, I don't just look at it as receiver. Like I don't try and make it like a big switch because I know like in our offense, like you either stay outside or inside, but I know like eventually like you have to switch from outside to inside. So I don't really like try and make it that big of a difference.
Chaz, did you get to go home much this summer? I mean, and how much do you look forward to having that kind of return home in October to get to play in front of family and friends?
It'll be cool. I don't really get to go home a lot just because the flights and everything don't work out for it to be like efficient, and then the drive's like 10 hours. But it'll be a lot of fun to go home and play in front of home crowd just because everybody like back home that has like been in my corner will get to see like the growth and development I've made since coming here.
What's your relationship like with Nico in terms of communication? It looks like he does a lot of that with you guys. Kind of explain that.
It's been getting better, like tighter for sure over camp and just spring, and getting more playing time with them, more reps with them, and like with time it'll grow more for sure.
Did you guys do any throwing in the off season at all, just to kind of get ready?
Yes, sir. We'd throw like throughout the weeks, and then on the weekends we'd get together and throw.
Does Hypo have different energy when he has a backwards hat on?
Most definitely, for sure.
Can you describe what that is?
I mean, he's just come with the juice that day, ready to attack the day. Yeah.